right, so the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it.
And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big, big loss there, and it goes down as a sack as well. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And got his man complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Larry Fitzgerald, 55 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Packer offense led by number 12, Aaron Rodgers. And the Pack in an unfamiliar position this year. They have not made the playoffs for 2 years running. 6-9-1 a year ago. And now with a new head coach in Matt LaFleur, no guarantee certainly that they'll play meaningful football in January this year. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and forever. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Cleveland. 88 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Browns add on to their lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What? Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad. Because
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Hey, watch this. Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison. 72 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 36 yards on the play. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Dean Lowry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On first down, Mahomes.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to...
And this is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 30 yards. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Larry Fitzgerald on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
41's coming. 41's the mic. I'm trying to collect.
On first down, Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers again now. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On second down now, it's Hunt. He's got room to run past the 20. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got
a big seam, and he might go all the way. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And now look at him go. And he's in for the touchdown.